Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay, and this is video number 10 of our series where we are building movie rating application using ASP.NET Core, MVC, Micro ORM Dapper, and ChatGPT as our coding assistant. Right. So in this video, we will look into organizing contents. Whatever you are seeing on the screen, we'll try to organize in a better way. In the previous video we actually listed the contents, right? So if we go to my task and content, so we just had a code to display those details on the screen, and earlier we have only these first two films, right, and very few data. So what I did in the background, I added lot of data, so that we can play around. So you may find, maybe some movie director or actor here and there, but overall, ignore that information. But I, added images of movies, and there a lot of details like actors images, right, and all those things. So we have handy data to play around. But this with this, I had one idea, right, that rather than displaying everything in one go, we should display it in a better way. And what is the better way, that I'll discuss you, because in the previous video I said that we'll be moving to create screen next. Right? But we'll not be doing create. We'll be still working on this page only, listing all the details basically, my task content. Right. So here what I want to do is, rather than displaying all this, because we are displaying images and a lot of textual information. So over a time of period, if the contents are more, if the film are more, the page will become heavy and it will become irresponsive, right? Sometimes it may become irresponsive because a lot of data to be displayed on the screen, right? So what we should be doing instead of that, right, that we will list A to Z, link over here, and based on user click, we, the rest of the movie contents will be displayed. So if someone clicks A, movie starting with A only should be displayed. So that way we can, very smartly organize all this content, right? So let's ask this ChatGPT how we can do that, because we are already done with the displaying, get all content details and display it over here, right? That we are already done with. But now we want to improve the screen. So what do we need to do? That I have, prepare the prompt in the background. So I'll read out for you. Right? We display all the contents in the page. If content grows, the page will become heavier with all data on it. Instead, let's do one thing here. Have a link A to Z on top. By default, content starting with A will be displayed. Let me make this capital so it understands better. And later, based on the link clicked, if there are no content, display message accordingly. We can see these many websites where movies and song details are displayed. They are using the similar kind of UI techniques, right? Please provide step by step guidance to implement this, starting from updating the store procedure, because earlier this store procedure was not having any input parameter. With this change, it will have one input parameter, right? Start with character maybe, right? And please update repositories, interface, and whatever it is, right? So everything needs to be updated. So let me copy this and let me push it to chat gpt, and let's wait for there. So it is copy pasting, it's taking time. Okay, done. Let me push this and let's wait for its response. So let's go to, to chat gpt response, what it has done. Okay, it has got it. You want A to Z filter so users can quickly browse. Okay, that's okay. So first is the store procedure update, so let's do that. So let me bring the ssms studio over here. Let me go to chat gpt, and I'm not going to replace blindly this time, because I want to be little cautious over here. So we will do what we'll be doing. Okay, so I'll just copy, I'll just alter this store procedure. I'll have the parameter, this start with, it will be character 1. Okay, and let me take the line where, order by content name. Okay, this is something will be required. Let me copy paste this, and this would be not where, this would be end, right? Okay, so this looks good, this looks good. Let me go ahead and run this. Okay, it is working. Now let's, you know run with run this tool procedure. Let's say if it is working. Yes, it is working. Now let me see B. Let me see. Okay, and let me also do one thing. This should be, if not passed, this should be treated as A, so that it is not optional. So there has to be something. If nothing, then movies with A will be displayed. Right? That's what we are also planning. So this is done. Let's go to next step. Now the next step is view model. We create view model. Yeah, view model we have. We are not going to create this. We have no change. Yeah. Okay. In the repository, we'll have to add this input parameter. Okay, great. Let's go to Visual Studio. Let me stop this because we will be changing a lot of code. So I don't want to do it on while the program is running. So let me go to infra. Okay, so let me put it down because chat gpt has a different method name and we had different method name because we change it to make it consistent with the role, if you remember. So let me go over here. Let me just put it down, the input parameter start character. Right, so we have the char start character. Right, so now the next thing is we'll have to do it in repository also. So let's do that also. Let me copy paste it over here. Let me save it, and then in the repository we'll have to have the code to add the parameter. Right, so this is good. Okay, this is something we'll have to take. We'll be putting it down over here. Yeah, and let's pass it to the execute method also, like this. So after store procedure name we'll have to pass the parameter over here. Right, so this is good. This is good. Now let's move to the controller. Now controller, we'll have to change the index method to look like this. Here also we'll assign the default value. We'll not mark it optional. So let me go to controller. So here I am. We will assign it a value. Okay. Let me just replace this actually. So rather than marking it optional, what we will be doing, we'll also assign default value over here. If nothing is passed, we'll mark it as A. Right. So that way it is good, and we'll pass this over here. So this is also good. Now the next is it has at the top. Okay, so let me take this and let's go to our index view. I have already done some coding, but it is hard coded. Rather than that, what we will be doing, what ChatGPT has given us. Okay, control KD. Let me mark control KD. Okay, so this looks good. Let me remove this. Actually, we have one div extra, and let me remove this as well. So we have row, we have column, and then this start character. It is passing C on every link, which is good. Okay, selected is equal to C for primary. Okay, text is equal to secondary. Okay, so this is good. Maybe we need to add some class to give it a proper space, but that's okay. As of now, we'll keep it. Let me take this. Let me keep it over here. Let me give one more horizontal line before we display the content. And actually, final piece. Actually, we will need this. Yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is, if this is something we need to do, and in the else we'll put down the rest of the code. So we'll put down the tabular structure over here. So if any, then right. So if there is so there isn't anything in the model, it will display the message same selected later, no content found. No content found. Let me keep this simple only as of now. No content found. Right. And then this looks good. Let me remove also this also. I was trying something, some icons basically. Alright, so this is good. This is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. So let me log in using helpdesk guy. So it is logging in. Wait for the screen to come up. Okay, great. Well, go to my task and content. Okay, so by default, okay, nice, it worked. Only movies, those are starting with A are displayed. This is great. So let me click on B. Now this time only B. Okay, great. Let me click on Z. I don't think we have anything for Z. Okay, great. Let me click on R. Okay, we have Robo RRR. Okay. Let me click on I. So we have Iron Man. This is working really nice. Great. So let me click on M. Okay, so we have okay my classes though Moana. So I think this is working nice. So this way, we can smartly actually organize our content, because not just coding, we'll also have to think from the user perspective that what kind of layout user will prefer. So I think this, looking at this, this looks to be a very nice layout. Or one thing we can do, we can slightly improve this text. We can make it, text rather than text outline. What do we have? We don't have it at all. So let me, add class over here. Let me add it, and let me mark this text primary, so they appear blue. I have typo actually. Yeah, so we can see, this alphabet in now primary color. But let me, we one piece of code that we miss. It has, used view bag that has the uh, selected. Actually, let me do this. Selected later. Actually, this should be start. This should be start care, and once that is there, based on that it is applying different classes. If selected, then it is doing primary. If not, then it is secondary. We will have to reverse this because we forcefully added primary over here. But let's see how does it look like now. So if I go and click on G, okay, we are already on G. If I go and click on K, okay, so we have, so nothing seems to be applying now. But let's do one thing over here. CSS select later is equal to C. C is, yeah, this, okay. So this would be, if it is selected, then this would be, let's make this warning, otherwise make it primary. So let's see what is happening. So if I go ahead and click A, hmm, that code doesn't seem to be working. Okay, we'll look into that later, but let's try to apply some padding over here between two letters. They look quite close to each other. Okay, so this is good now. So padding 2 is okay. This is text warning, this is text primary, otherwise text primary. Okay, so whichever is selected, that should appear actually in, okay, that's what it is saying. But it is saying CSS is equal to, what do you, CSS is equal to me2. Oh, okay, class, sorry, my bad. So we will have to, let me remove this. Actually class was already there. So, and me2 p2, and let's save and let's see. Okay, great. M. Now let me click on A. So it is working. Let me click on X. Nothing. Click on Z. We don't have anything. P we have 2. Great. R we have 1, 2, 3. Great. Right. And there's this also appears good. The alphabets are also good apart. Yeah. So that's it in this video. I wanted to take you through this first, because, and I wanted to make the UI also better using Bootstrap. Right. Now, in the next video, we will dive into add new content. Ideally, we should work on the delete part, but delete we will work on later, because now, since this was a very complicated screen, I would say, uh, and now the add new content screen will also be a very complicated screen, because we need to give it a user a screen that has everything in it. They can edit content details, they can select actor, actress, director, they can add languages, right? So whatever we have, whatever tables we have, probably let me bring that on. So we have, many tables, those are connected to primary foreign keys, right, with content table. Let me go to my other query, right? So not just content, right? We'll have to give the screen for content language, cast, content cast, right? All these things we'll have to give it on the screen to user to enter, right? So in the next video we'll work on add new content, right? So thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next video.